My name's Dan and this is Retro Writer. I first started programming on a ZX Spectrum like this. I would take out books from the library like this and type in code listings like this. Often my dad would read them out in the early form of pair programming. The trouble was, these listings were not perfect and often had errors. This one, for example, has a missing end quote on line 80. I would get frustrated typing the code exactly as it was in the book, only to find it didn't run. A system that automated the process of going from listing in a book to a working program to verify its correctness would have been helpful for publishers. That way, readers like me would know that if they followed the code exactly, they would end up with a working application. I set out to build this, an automation of the complex process of getting a listing from a book, validated, debugged, and into a format that it could run successfully on a ZX Spectrum emulator to prove it worked or if there are any corrections to the code needed. Here is Retro Writer, and I'm providing an image of the same listing and clicking Extract Code. This will take a few minutes, so I'll explain what is happening. First, Gemini extracts the code and only the code from the image. That extracted code then goes to the validation agent, which flags any errors. The debugging agent then attempts to fix any problems. This continues until the code passes validation. Then a tape file is created from the code that can be used with an emulator. This is uploaded to a Google Cloud storage bucket. Then the summary agent returns a session report and a link to the tap file. Going back to Retro Writer, it now has a session report. This is the final corrected code. Notice on line 80 there is now a closing quote, an explanation of what the code does, details of the modifications the agent performed, and a link to the all-important tap file. I can then load my tap file into a Spectrum emulator. So I can load the program, run the program, and there's my game. Thank you for learning about Retro Writer. It's a fun example, but many business processes work with forms and paper that would benefit from a similar approach.